Most beginners open a trading platform waiting for a really big and great result in the first week, but in the reality, they just lost all of their deposit. The problem is not the market, it's not the platform, and it's definitely not a bad luck. The problem is house. People start using 10 indicators at once, drawing random support and resistance levels, and opening trades based on their emotions. And in the end, they lose everything. In this video, I'm going to accelerate my deposit with minimal risk and maximum discipline. My strategy is all about keeping the chart clean and using only what really matters. Just 2 indicators that actually work. Bollinger Bands, perfect for showing price boundaries, and overbought oversold zone. And RSI, my filter to confirm strength of the signal. And I'll be working on M1 time frame with the time of the expiration of 2 or 3 minutes. So get comfortable because this video is gonna be game changing for you, especially if you are tired of losing deposit and you want to learn how to trade smart and stable. And my name is Lisa, girl in trading, and let's get started. Okay guys, so here is our pocket option account, and firstly we go to the indicators, of course, choose Bollinger Bands. We change the period here to 20, deviation to 2.5, and click save. Then we go to indicators again, RSI, period, here is 6. And here we change the overbought zone to 80 and oversold zone to 20, and we click save. Here it is. Here all we need. As you can see, I have only $1 in my balance. Time frame of the candles M1. Now we will also change the time of the expiration. So let's find the currency period that we're gonna open our trade first. This one I don't really like, so I changed the time of the expiration to 2 minutes. It's fine here. It was the upward trend before. Now the downward trend and the support level changed. So let's check it out, the history of the charts, how it was moving all this time. So here, the downward trend support level. Here it's even the lower one, okay? So yeah, it's fine, but as you can see, we can see there's a big red candle, so it's definitely not our situation right now. So let's find something more interesting. For example, here we will wait for a new candle to open, and we open here a trade for 2 minutes down. So what we can see here. So first of all, before opening this trade, the price was moving up actively and impulsively. So we see a series of strong bullish candles moving almost without pullbacks. So this is always a sign of market overheating and increases the probability of a correction or a pullback down. Also about Bollinger Band. So the price broke out above the upper Bollinger Band. So this is a classic signal of overbought conditions and high probability of a downward pullback. About the RSI. So RSI was in the overbought zone. The indicator rose above 80 level and stayed at high value. So this increases the probability that the price will start a corrective movement down within the next 1 to 3 candles. Now it's going a little bit up, but we still have a time, so let's see. About the candlestick also analyzes. So at the moment of opening the trade, a candle with a long upper wick was forming. It's a sign of buyer weakness at the top of the movement, and buyers could not hold the price at highs, and sellers began to apply pressure. So guys, we have 20 seconds till the end of a trade. Now it's reversing in a downward direction, so it's good for us. It's 15 seconds, okay? It's kind of close to our entry point, so I'm kind of nervous if we will lose at the first trade. Oh my god, it started fluctuating right now, literally. Okay, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, okay, now we're in a +1, and we close it. Okay, perfect, even though it was kind of stressful and riskful. Okay, now we will find some other situation where we can open a trade, guys. Okay, here's pretty good one, but we changed the time of the expiration to 3 minutes and open here a sell trade. Before entering the trade, the price was in a corrective upward move after a strong downward impulse. So this growth was limited by resistance levels in indicator signals, giving a reason to expect a pullback down. Also, the price approached the local resistance zone from where reversal occurred previously. And this is psychological resistance level plus the upper Bollinger Band area. Also, We can see a long upper wicks on rested candle, so it's showing buyer weakness. Price is being pushed down. Also, strong green candle on sharp growth, so often followed by profit taking and correction downward, and also formation of doji candle with small body and long wicks, the previous one. It's sign that our price could reverse. About the Bollinger Band, the price broke above the upper Bollinger Band. It's classic overbought signal and high probability of a downward pullback. And about the RSI value at entry is like 80% is the overbought zone, because again, price reached the resistance. Price has bounced from this area before. Also, overbought signals, so Bollinger Bands breakout, also RSI above 80, also candlestick reversal pattern, so long upper wicks plus doji candle after upward impulse. So guys, now we have 17 seconds till the end of a trade. Let's see. I'm sure we're gonna close it actually. Okay, now it's kind of close to our entry point. So it's 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we close this trade in a plus. Okay, perfect, guys. So we change our amount of money per trade. We already almost have $4. You know, the thing that we were starting with $1 is kind of crazy. It's always hard to increase this kind of the amount, but I will try my best, of course. Okay, here's a pretty good one. Of course, we open a buy trade for 3 minutes here. So let's analyze it here. So before the trade, the chart showed a strong and rapid downward movement. So the price had been falling consistently without any significant pullbacks. It's a typical bearish impulse. And also signs of the market exhaustion started to become visible, indicating a potential reversal or at least a correction. Also, the price broke below the lower Bollinger Band, signaling oversold conditions and a likely pullback also. By the RSI was in the oversold zone below 20, confirming the likelihood of a short-term bounce or reversal to the upside. Why 3 minutes here? Because correction after sharp bearish impulse on the M1 chart typically lasts 2 or 3 candles. I was talking about this before. So 3 minutes is ideal to catch the pullback upward without risking being caught in a renewed downward move. So again, final summary here. First, Bollinger Bands oversold. Price broke below the lower band. RSI below 20, so it's high probability of a bullish reversal. Also, candlestick confirmation, long lower wick, weakening bearish pressure, and also first green candle. And yeah, actually here we have 1 minute and 9 seconds to the end of a trade. It's going pretty great. So here it was pretty obvious. I'm actually not the fan of trading on the reversals because it could be sometimes really difficult. But today we have a pretty good situations and we just catch the reversal at its beginning. So it's pretty good to trade on this kind of the charts. So you can also try it maybe on the longer time frame if it's more comfortable for you, because 2-3 minutes could be too short for you maybe, and you will not catch the reversal. But at the same time, 3 or 2 minutes time of the expiration is pretty good, even if it's corrective candles, for example, because again, they can last 1 to 3 or 4 candles. Sometimes it depends on the situation, and then the chart start going in the downward direction, for example, as in this situation again. But here everything is going pretty great. So now it's 17 seconds. Let's see. So it's 10 seconds, guys. Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close this trade in a plus. Okay, perfect. So we change our amount of money. And guys, for those who's watching my video right now and thinking, so interesting, but so difficult, I would never do it by myself. Lisa, maybe you have some solutions. And my answer is yes, because I have my own Telegram channel with absolutely free signals on pocket option. And yeah, you heard it right. It's not the clickbait, it's absolutely free. And also, the access to my web club is forever, at least for now. You know where the link in the description of this video, and we are continuing trading with you. Okay, let's change the time to 2 minutes, and here we open the buy trade for 2 minutes. So before entering the trade, the chart displays a strong and extended downward impulse, a sequence of large red candles without significant pullbacks. So this is a classic setup for catching a bounce or correction, especially near key support zones. Also, by Bollinger Bands, price broke below the lower band, indicating oversold market conditions. Also, by the candlestick analysis, we can see long lower wick on the last red candle. So sellers tried to push the price lower, but buyers stepped in, so reversal pressure. And also when we open the trade, we could see a first green candle, so it's confirmation of buying interest in a possible reversal. Also smaller candle bodies before reversal, so it's sign of weakening bearish pressure. And about other indicators, also RSI before dropped below 20, placing the market in the oversold zone, which often triggers buyer and try and rebounds. Okay, so it's 20 seconds now. Okay, it's going pretty great. We could see that the previous candle was red one, but now it's reversing in an upward direction. Okay, now I don't like it. I was too fast to say it. So it's 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we close it, even though it was pretty close to our entry points. Okay, fine. So now we're gonna find some new situation where we can open a trade. Here is another chart, guys, and what do you think? What kind of trade we can open here? Of course, I already giving you a hint even with my mouse. Of course, we're gonna open the sell trade. We just wait for a good entry point. And we opened here a sell trade finally. Again, before opening the trade here, the chart showed a strong and prolonged downward trend. Price was falling without significant pullbacks. Then a correction movement upward began, but clear signs of slowing momentum appeared right before the trade entry. Also, the price approached the middle line of the Bollinger Band, so this area often acts as dynamic resistance where the main trade continues after a pullback. Let's go to the candlestick analysis. First of all, decreasing size of green candles. So candles became weaker, a sign of a buyer's losing strength. Also, long upper wick. So it's sign of seller pressure and market rejection of further growth. Also, indecision candle, small body plus wicks. So it indicates market uncertainty and hesitation in the continuing the correction. And about the RSI, it was at the level 80, the overbought zone, and now it's reversing in a downward direction. It's fluctuating a little bit. It's 16 seconds till the end of a trade, so I hope we will close it. Okay, now we're not in a plus yet. Okay, let's wait. It's kind of interesting. Oh my god, no. 4, okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we close it. Perfect, guys. So now let's change your amount of money per trade and let's go to another situation. So guys, here we open a sell trade for 2 minutes and now I will explain you why. So before we open a trade, the chart show an upward correction after a strong downward movement. Also, the upward movement was weak and accompanied by signs of slowing momentum. Also, we go to the candlestick analysis. First of all, we could see there candles with long upper wick, so indicates seller's pressure and buyer weakness. Also, decreasing size of green candle, so it's sign of weakening upward movement. Also, small bodied candle before entry, it's a signal of slowing momentum and potential reversal down. And by the indicators about the Bollinger Band, the price approached the middle Bollinger Band, which in a downtrend is a typical area for a downward pullback. RSI was heavily oversold earlier, indicating that the rise is just a technical correction and overall seller pressure remains. So guys, we have 27 seconds to the end of a trade. Let's wait. It's kind of fluctuating, but I'm sure we're gonna close this trade in a plus. So let's see. Let's cross our fingers, but I'm pretty sure about this, of course. But anyway, you know, when you trade with all of the money that you have on your balance, it's kind of risky anyway. So like on my trading sessions, I always trade only with 1% of my deposit, so not to risk a lot. And guys, it's 3, 2, 1, and we close this trade in a plus as well. Okay, perfecto. Now we change our amount of money per trade and we will find a new situation where we can open. Okay, today we're working on the reversal. So here I open a buy trade for 2 minutes, and now I will explain you why as well. So on the chart, the situation was as follows. Globally, a strong downward impulse without significant upward pullbacks, and the price approached a local support zone, an area from which the price had previously bounced upward. Also, there were clear signs of slowing downward movement. It is indicating a potential reversal, of course. And by the technical analysis, we can see here prolonged downtrend, so a strong bearish trend without corrections, as we were talking. Also, support zone that was achieved, and breakout of lower Bollinger Band. It's overheating the market, so it's high probability of a pullbacks. About the RSI is in the oversold zone below 20, reinforcing the buy signal and confirming a high probability of a reversal or short-term bounce upward. And about the candlestick analysis, long lower, weak on the last red candle, so sellers tried to push lower, but buyers quickly stepped in, so it's clear buyer presence. Also, formation of the first green candle when we open a trade. So confirmation of a short-term impulse reversal, start of correction upward as well. And also weakening selling pressure. So candle bodies began to decrease. So bearish momentum losing strength. So guys, it's 20 seconds till the end of a trade. Let's see. I'm really excited. I'm sure we're going to close it and we will have already $96 on our balance. Okay, it's 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. We close this trade. We almost have $100. Okay, now everything will be so much faster. We will increase our deposit because from $1 it's kind of hard actually to do. So let's see. Let's find something more interesting. We can see the price crossed the upper line of Bollinger Band. So here we open a sell trade for 2 minutes, definitely. Again, before we open a trade, the market was in the strong bullish impulse. So the price rose sharply over several candles without significant pullbacks. So this is a clear signal of a potential overbought market and a high probability of a correction. So first of all, we'll talk about technical analysis. First of all, sharp rise, strong bullish impulse pushed the price into overbought corrections, also reaching the resistant area. So price approached this level, historically important zone here, where our price already reversed from. Also elongating candles, especially the last candle, a sign of the final push from buyers. Also about candlestick analysis, so we can see long candle bodies at the peak often signal the end of the impulse and profit taking phase and a potential slowdown. So at the top of an impulse, candles with wicks or indecision candles usually appear, expecting a reversal. So about Bollinger Band, the price broke above the upper Bollinger Band, so it's strong overbought signal and expectation of a pullback down. And RSI before was in the oversold zone and now start reversing in a downward direction. So here's pretty obvious, and now it's 13 seconds till the end of a trade, guys. Okay, let's wait. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close this trade in a plus. Okay, perfect. Now we have almost $200, so it will be so much faster to trade, and I'm really excited. Of course, it's already not a small amount of money. It's already not $1, you know. So okay, here's pretty good situation. We open here a sell trade for 2 minutes. So before we open the trade, the chart showed an upward correction after a downward impulse, and the price reached the middle line in the upper Bollinger Band where signs of weakness began to appear. And this is a classic area where reversals often occur in a dominant downtrend. About the indicators, the price reached the upper Bollinger Band, so it's often an overbought signal. Also, a return inside the channel is a classic reason for entering a sell trade. And about RSI, before RSI approached the level 80, indicating an overbought market, and now RSI started to curve down, further confirming the likelihood of a pullback. Why here we trade was 2 minutes? Because after a weak upward correction and the appearance of bearish candles, a quick return down is likely. So 2 minutes is enough to capture the pullback from the resistance area and the overbought zone as well. So okay guys, now it's 35 seconds to the end of a trade, so let's see. I'm sure we're gonna close it in a plus. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we closed the straight in plus, even though it was pretty close to our entry point, but now it's all good. We have $354. So let's find some other situation where we can open a trade. Okay, this is not our situation, definitely. So here's a pretty good one. Okay, we here open a sell trade for 2 minutes. So the chart showed a sideways phase, flat market after a previous downward movement, and the price repeatedly bounced off the middle line of the Bollinger Bands without breaking through it upward. So there was a short-term attempt to grow, but the movement was losing strength near the nearest resistance level. About the candlestick analysis as well. So last green candle with the long upper wick, so sellers push the price down. It's a sign of buyer weakness. Also, candles are slowing before entry, so candle body size decreases, so its growth momentum fades, and no breakout of resistance zone as well. So buyers fade to consolidate above this level. And about the indicators, the price tested the Bollinger middle line and the upper boundary of the channel, and this is the key area where a pullback down often begins. And the middle line acts as dynamic resistance within a flat market. And about the RSI, before the RSI almost achieved the 80 level but hasn't crossed it yet, so it's a sign of approaching overbought conditions. And also RSI line started to curve down, so it's showing a weakening of the upward impulse. So guys, now it's 18 seconds till the end of a trade. Let's see and let's wait. I'm sure we're gonna close it and we will do more trades here. So it's 7 seconds, guys. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, we close it in a plus again. So we change our amount of money per trade. Okay, now it's already $680. Okay, so it's kind of stressful a little bit, of course, but I'm sure we gonna handle it. So guys, here we open a buy trade for 2 minutes. So before we open a trade, the price had been in a prolonged sideways range after an upward trend. So this is visible by the narrow price movement within the support and resistance levels. So, and it is also clear that the price approached the lower boundary of the Bollinger Bands channel and the important horizontal support level, from which the price had previously bounced upwards. By the candlestick analysis, so red candles decreased in size. It's a sign of seller weakness and a possible reversal. Also, appearance of a green candle after touching the support, so it's a signal for an upward impulse shift. Also, no breakout of the lower boundary, so it indicates profit taking by sellers and the entry of buyers. And by the indicators, the price touched through the lower Bollinger Bands, and it's a strong signal for an upward reversal and return inside the channel. Also, Bollinger Bands works well in a flat market, and as in this case as well. Also, RSI approached the level 20, is an oversold zone, and the indicator started to turn upwards, confirming the start of a corrective move upward. So guys, it's 5 seconds till the end of trade. 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom, we close it in a plus. Okay, perfect. Now we change our amount of money per trade. Okay. So guys, okay, here we open a sell trade for 2 minutes. And let's analyze it. So here before we open a trade, the price showed an upward movement, but clear signs of impulse weakening started to appear. So the price approached the upper boundary also of the Bollinger Bands. So it's a classic signal of a potential pullback down. Also, additionally, there was a visible local resistance area where the price had previously reacted to sellers. Also, here we can see a red candle after a series of the green ones, so it's a sign of a reversal or at least a correction starting. Also, long upper wick on the last candle, and it indicates sellers' pressure and buyers falling to hold highs. And also fading upward impulse. So candles are getting smaller and no new highs are formed. And the price broke about the upper boundary but quickly returned inside. So it's a sign of a false breakout and potential pullback down. And the middle line of the Bollinger Band acts as the next target for a correction also. And about the RSI almost achieved the level 80, signaling overbought conditions. And the RSI started to curve down. indicating weakening bullish momentum. So the upward trend here began to lose strength, and the current peak formed near the previous resistance level, and this increases the probability of a downward pullback. What's going on here? And especially with the confirmation from candlestick and indicator. So guys, now it's 10 seconds till the end of a trade. Okay, it's a little bit fluctuating. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we close the trade, even though it was so close to our entry point. It's crazy, absolutely. And if we would lost our deficit at this point, it would be so sad. But eventually we close all of this. So now let's find some other situation where we can open a trade. Okay. Here I found something interesting. So let's change our time of the expiration to 3 minutes, and we open here a sell trade for $2,509. So before we open a trade, we observed a powerful upward impulse that moved almost vertically. And this is a classic scenario for looking for a sell entry point after an extreme rise. So why? Because the market always breathes, and after a sharp upward impulse, a downward correction usually follows. About the indicators here, so the price moved outside the upper Bollinger Band, and this is an important signal of possible overbought conditions and an upcoming return inside the channel. Also, such moves beyond the channel very often end with a pullback or reversal within the next few candles. And RSI also was higher than the level 80 in overbought zone. So this confirms that the price was strongly overheated, increasing the probability of a downward correction. And why we choose here 3 minutes and we change our time of the expiration? Because a strong upward impulse overheated the market. So as signs of the impulse ending were present. First of all, move beyond Bollinger Bands, RSI in the overbought zone, and slow down an appearance of upper wicks at the top. So a 3 minute expiration was chosen because it's optimal for catching the correction after the strong upward movement and taking profit on the pullback down. Yeah guys, actually it's going pretty well. We can see it's already the third red candle appear in the chart, so I'm pretty sure that we will close it. Of course, actually it's pretty riskful to trade on the reversals, I already told you, because it's only the start of this, so it could be just corrective candles, just 1, 2, or 3 candles, and then the chart will go in the upward direction again. So of course it's pretty riskful, but at the same time here we follow all of the indicators, so as you can see it's working pretty great. But for example, me, I most like to follow the trend actually, and that's what I do mostly on my trading sessions in the VIP club with my subscribers. Okay, now I don't like it with the profit, please. Okay, it's 5 seconds, no way we're gonna lose it. Oh my god, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, we just saved our money, guys. Damn, it was so stressful right now for me. Okay, we'll just close one more trade and that's it, because I'm done. It's so stressful video actually. So here we change the time of the expiration to 2 minutes and open a sell trade for $2,509 again, and I'm sure we're gonna close this one. What we can see here, the market showed a confident upward movement but reached an important technical resistance level, and it's a zone where the price had previously reacted and reversed. And also the price touched the upper Bollinger Band and even slightly broke above it. So this is a sign of overbought conditions and a potential downward pullback. So such touches of the upward boundary often provide a good entry point for a short-term pullback. And about the RSI was above the overbought zone, above 80, so which further increases the probability of a correction. And RSI growth started to slow down, so it's a sign of weakening bullish momentum. Also, candlestick analysis here. It's long upper wicks before, so sellers are pushing the price down from the resistance, and it's a sign of a buyer weakness. Also, smaller candles bodies at the top, so a slowdown of bullish momentum is a possible reversal or correction. Also, previous patterns. A consolidation zone was visible before the impulse, so the current movement might be a false breakout. So yeah, guys, now it's 34 seconds till the end of a trade. Let's wait. I'm really excited, and I really hope we will close it without any problems, because now I can see this green candle again. That's just happening at the last seconds, and I don't need it. Okay, it's growing and grow again. Oh my god. Okay, 17 seconds. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, guys, we did it. And now I'm just doing like this because it was so crazy. It was so difficult, but at the same time so exciting and emotional. And guys, I hope you will support this video and put me the like in the comments. Also text me what do you think about this indicators, Bollinger Bands and RSI. Do you use it in your trading sessions? And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because here I post a lot of the educational content about trading absolutely for free. And I see you on the next trading session. Bye bye.